including the less visited countries that still harbor hidden treasures. Number 1. Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. These three millennial pyramids, Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure, are considered one of the most astounding constructions ever achieved by humankind, in part because they were built at a time when the rest of humanity were still groups of hunters and gatherers. The largest, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, was considered the tallest building on Earth for over 3,800 years, standing at 455 feet. It was built around 2560 BC, which means the Egyptian pharaoh Cleopatra lived closer to our era than to the construction of this grand pyramid. One remarkable fact is that its four sides are aligned with the cardinal points, which shows the astronomical knowledge of the ancient Egyptians. These funerary monuments, built to house the remains of pharaohs, have withstood the test of time and remain an enigma to scientists and explorers. Number 2. Petra, Jordan. An ancient city carved into the rock, hidden in the Jordanian desert and lost for centuries until its rediscovery. This archaeological wonder, founded by the Nabatean civilization, captivates onlookers with its beautiful facades, sculpted into rosy sandstone. Its most famous building, Al-Khazna, or the Treasury, is a testament to the skill and artistic refinement of its builders. Petra was a significant trade hub in antiquity, linking caravan routes that connected east and west. The city was rediscovered in 1812 by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, after centuries of oblivion. Number 3. Meteora Monasteries, Greece. This area in the heart of Greece is a geological and architectural marvel, where stone pillars stand with monasteries built between the 14th and 16th centuries by Orthodox monks. To access these sacred places, you must face steep staircases and winding paths. However, the effort will be rewarded with the possibility of living a unique experience on the planet. There are over 20 monasteries, although only a few are open to the public. Here are some of the most stunning. The Monastery of the Holy Trinity, located on a rocky cliff rising more than 1,312 feet high. The Varlam Monastery, standing at 1,224 feet high, beneath which lies the so-called Dragon's Cave. The Epapontis Monastery, nestled in the Demetrios Rock. The Rosanau Monastery, named after the first group of monks who settled there. And the Monastery of St. Nicholas Anapasis, located on top of a narrow rock. This is the first monastery that pilgrims encounter when going to Meteora, standing at 26 feet tall, with internal stairs connecting its different floors. Number 4. Tiger's Nest, Bhutan. This is a Buddhist monastery located in the mountains of Bhutan, about 2,953 feet high, built on the side of a cliff. It can only be accessed through a several-hours hike along a trail. It is one of the most sacred places in Bhutan, considered an important spiritual and cultural center for Buddhists. According to legend, Guru Rinpoche, or Padmasambhava, flew on a tiger from Tibet to the cave and stayed meditating for years, reincarnating as Tenzin Rabjai 100 years later, at the end of the 17th century to construct the temple. Number 5. Moai statues of Easter Island, Chile. These colossal sculptures, which can reach up to 33 feet, were carved by the ancient Rapa Nui civilization between the 13th and 16th centuries. They are characterized by their monumental size and the mystery surrounding how they were transported and erected throughout the island. Despite the various existing theories, the enigma of their construction and transport remains a subject of fascination and study. Most of the statues are positioned with their backs to the sea, watching over and protecting the Rapa Nui population. Among them, the Moai Paro stands out as the largest ever erected, measuring about 31 feet in height. Number 6. Machu Picchu, Peru. The iconic Inca citadel is located in the Andean Mountains of Peru, about 7,972 feet above sea level. Until 1911, it remained hidden from the world, until American explorer Hiram Bingham brought it to light in an expedition funded by Yale University. Since then, Machu Picchu has become a globally renowned tourist destination. The original function of Machu Picchu is not entirely clear, but it is believed to have been a refuge for Inca nobility or a ceremonial center. Number 7. The Great Wall of China. This massive fortification was erected to protect the Chinese Empire from nomadic invasions and to consolidate territories. It spans more than 13,000 miles, stretching from the Korean border to the Gobi Desert. One of its peculiarities is its construction in different stages and dynasties, which has resulted in a variety of architectural styles along its length. In addition to serving as a defensive barrier, it also fulfilled functions of border control, communication, and transportation. Although it's impossible to see it from space with the naked eye, as has been mistakenly claimed at times, it is indeed the longest human-made structure on the planet. Number 8. Chichen Itza, Mexico. This ancient Mayan metropolis is located on the Yucatan Peninsula and includes temples, pyramids, and buildings that have survived through the centuries. The most striking construction in the city is El Castillo, or Temple of Cocoquin, a pyramid with 365 steps and 79 feet in height. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, a light and shadow phenomenon creates the illusion of a serpent descending the stairs of the pyramid. There is also a ballgame court, one of the largest and best preserved in Mesoamerica, with walls decorated with bas-reliefs depicting players and sacrifices. Number 9. The Colosseum of Rome, Italy. Also known as the Flavian Amphitheater, it is considered one of the largest and best preserved examples of Roman architecture, as well as a symbol of imperial Rome. It was built during the reign of Emperor Vespasian to celebrate public spectacles and various social events, such as gladiator fights, theatrical performances, athletic competitions, and naval battles known as Namakei. The Colosseum is elliptical in shape and measures approximately 620 feet long and 512 feet wide, with a maximum height of 157 feet. It could accommodate over 50,000 spectators in its stands, making it one of the largest amphitheaters ever built. Number 10. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. It is the largest religious monument discovered to this day. It consists of an ancient 12th century Hindu temple founded by King Surveyaman II as his main temple and capital of the Khmer Empire. Although it was originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu, it was later transformed into a Buddhist temple in the 14th century. The architectural design of the temple is a reflection of Hindu worldview, as it symbolizes Mount Meru, the abode of the gods. It is surrounded by a moat and a perimeter wall, which represent the mountains and the ocean that surround Mount Meru. One of its features is its lotus-shaped towers in the center of the complex. Additionally, it is adorned with thousands of bas-reliefs and sculptures that depict epic episodes of Hinduism, such as the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, as well as scenes from daily life of the era. Number 11. Statue of Unity, India. This is the tallest statue in the world, standing at 597 feet tall and located in the Indian state of Gujarat. To give you an idea of its size, it is almost twice the height of the Statue of Liberty in New York. It represents Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, a prominent political and social leader of India, who played a crucial role in the country's struggle for independence and the unification of the states. More than 3,000 workers and 250 engineers were used to build it, along with 6,500 tons of structural steel and 18,500 tons of reinforced steel, as well as 1,850 tons of bronze cladding. Inside, it houses a museum and an exhibition center that narrate the life and work of Sardar Patel, as well as the history and culture of India. Number 12. Borobudur, Indonesia. This is an ancient Buddhist temple on the island of Java, built in the 19th century during the Sailendra dynasty, considered one of the largest and most valuable Buddhist monuments in the world. Borobudur symbolizes Buddhist cosmology, representing the path to enlightenment through its ascending levels. Its intricate reliefs, totaling over 2,500 panels, illustrate the life of the Buddha, his teachings, and scenes from daily life in ancient Java. Borobudur was abandoned for centuries and remained hidden under layers of volcanic ash and vegetation until it was rediscovered in 1814 by British Lieutenant Thomas Stamford Raffles, then governor of Java. Number 13. Tikal, Guatemala. This is an ancient archaeological site and one of the largest and most emblematic cities of the Mayan culture. At its peak, it was a prosperous, urban, political, and religious center, with a population of several thousand inhabitants. The Mayans built numerous structures in the city: temples, palaces, squares, and ball courts. The Great Plaza is surrounded by two massive stepped pyramids, Temple 1 and Temple 2. Temple 1, also known as the Temple of the Great Jaguar, rises about 154 feet high. A curiosity is its appearance in the movie Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, as the setting for the rebel base on the planet Yavin 4. Number 14. Terracotta Warriors, China. Possibly the most striking set of statues in the world, it is a life-sized statue army created to protect the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang, in his afterlife. What makes the Terracotta Warriors even more fascinating is their level of detail and realism. Each statue has facial features, unique expressions, and different poses and armors. In the past, they were painted with vivid colors to mimic the actual appearance of the soldiers, but most of the paint has faded over time, leaving the statues in their natural terracotta or baked earth tone. Since their accidental discovery in 1974 by some farmers, archaeologists have unearthed over 8,000 warriors, 130 chariots, and 670 horses, all made of terracotta. Number 15. Abu Simbel, Egypt. This is a set of two rock-cut temples created during the reign of Pharaoh Ramses II as a monument dedicated to himself and his favorite wife, Queen Nefertari. The Great Temple of Abu Simbel is the largest of the two, carved directly into the mountain rock with the entrance flanked by 4 colossal statues of Ramses II, each standing about 66 feet tall. The small temple, dedicated to the Queen Nefertari and the goddess Hathor, also boasts impressive statues and reliefs on its facade and interior. Though smaller than the Great Temple, it remains a major architectural and artistic achievement. Twice a year, on February 22nd and October 22nd, the sun's rays penetrate the sanctuary of the Great Temple, illuminating the statues of the gods seated within, including Ramses II. These dates are believed to coincide with the anniversary of the pharaoh's ascension to the throne and his birthday. Number 16. Teotihuacan, Mexico. These pyramids were already in ruins when the Aztecs first saw them. It is an ancient pre-Columbian city that flourished for several centuries and became one of the largest urban centers in the world in its time. The city is organized around the Avenue of the Dead, a central avenue that stretches for more than 1.2 miles. Along it are the site's two most important pyramids, the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. The Pyramid of the Sun is one of the largest in the world, standing 213 feet tall and with a base measuring 738 feet on each side, built in honor of the sun god. The Pyramid of the Moon, although smaller, is equally stunning and is believed to have been dedicated to the goddess of water. Number 17. Taj Mahal, India. This is a mausoleum erected by the Muslim Emperor Shah Jahan in honor of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal, who died in childbirth. It is considered one of the most extraordinary examples of Mughal architecture and Islamic art, known for its beauty and symmetrical harmony, made from white marble inlaid with precious stones and geometric and floral designs. It is situated in an expansive Persian-style garden, representing paradise on earth, with fountains, canals, and walkways lined with cypress trees. Its appearance changes color depending on the sunlight and the time of day. In the morning, the white marble has a soft pink hue, while at sunset it can appear golden or orange. Under the moonlight, it acquires a silvery glow. Number 18. Alhambra, Spain. This is a fortress and palace built during Muslim rule in Spain, serving as the residence of the Nasrid rulers and their court. It includes palaces, gardens, courtyards, and a fortress known as the Alcazaba. Among the most prominent buildings are the Comares Palace, the Palace of the Lions, and the Court of the Myrtles. It is situated on a hill overlooking the city of Granada and the Sierra Nevada mountains, a strategic position that provided it with natural defense. Number 19. Nazca Lines, Peru. This is a collection of geoglyphs, or large designs or patterns on the ground, considered one of the most intriguing archaeological enigmas in the world. They include hundreds of figures representing animals, plants, objects, and geometric shapes. Some of the most well-known are the hummingbird, the monkey, the condor, and the astronaut. The most intriguing aspect of the Nazca Lines is that they can only be fully appreciated from the air or from nearby hills, leading to various theories and speculations about their purpose. Some theories suggest they served as a water transportation system, others that they were part of an astronomical calendar, and still others that they were figures associated with religious practices. Despite their age, the lines have largely remained intact over time due to the extremely dry and stable climate of the region. Number 20. Mont Saint-Michel, France. This is a town located on a small rocky island, featuring a Benedictine abbey and a medieval village. It's situated in a bay where tides can vary up to 49 feet, causing the island to be sometimes connected to the mainland and at other times completely surrounded by the sea. The site was founded in the year 708 when Aubert, the Bishop of Avranches, built a sanctuary in honor of Archangel Saint Michael. Over time, it became an important center of pilgrimage in the Middle Ages. The bay surrounding it has dangerous quicksand, which can trap unsuspecting visitors during low tides. This is why it's recommended not to walk around the area without a guide or experienced individuals. Number 21. Giant Buddha of Leshan, China. This is a stone statue carved into a mountain, standing 233 feet tall. It's the largest stone Buddha statue in the world. It represents Maitreya, the Buddha of the future, and has details like spiral curls, ears that are 23 feet long, fingers that are 26 feet long, shoulders that are 79 feet wide, and a nose that's 18 feet long. Its construction took place with the hope of calming the turbulent waters of the river and to protect sailors and fishermen in the area. Interestingly, the removal of stones during its construction did help to reduce the force of the currents, as the sculpted rocks were deposited into the river. On the cliff next to the statue, there's an inscription that reads, "The mountain is a Buddha and the Buddha is a mountain," reflecting the idea that nature and divinity are united in Buddhist philosophy. Number 22. Acropolis of Athens, Greece. This archaeological site features several historic buildings and monuments, with the Parthenon being the most famous and iconic. It's a symbol of the splendor of ancient Greece and Athenian democracy, established during Athens' Golden Age. The Parthenon, dedicated to the goddess Athena, the protector of Athens, is a demonstration of Doric architecture, measuring 228 feet in length, 102 feet in width, and 46 feet in height. It was designed to create the illusion of architectural perfection. It appears to have straight lines, but in reality all the columns and elements of the building have slight curvatures. Other important buildings include the Erectaion, where the porch of the Caryatids is located, the Temple of Athena, Nike, and the monumental entrance to the Acropolis, the Propylaea. Number 23. Potala Palace, Tibet, is still used as a mosque by the local Muslim community. Number 25. Bagan, Myanmar. This is an ancient city and archaeological site, the capital of the pagan kingdom, with more than 2,000 temples and pagodas, most of them dedicated to Theravada Buddhism, adorned with murals, carvings, and Buddha statues. One of the most famous temples is the Ananda Temple, which has 4 large Buddha statues, each facing a different direction. Number 26. St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican City. This is a Catholic church considered a masterpiece of the Renaissance, designed by legendary architects like Bramante, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Bernini, with a design that combines Renaissance and Baroque architecture. One of the most famous works of art inside is Michelangelo's marble sculpture, the Pieta, depicting the Virgin Mary holding the body of Jesus Christ. The basilica's dome, also designed by Michelangelo, is another standout feature, as it rises to about 446 feet high, offering stunning views of Rome. Below the basilica's main altar lies the tomb of the Apostle St. Peter, considered the first pope of the Catholic Church. Number 27. Hagia Sophia, Turkey. Also known as Hagia Sophia, it was the largest church in the world for nearly 1,000 years, serving as a religious and cultural center, functioning as a cathedral, mosque, and museum throughout its nearly 1,500-year history. It was built as an Orthodox Christian cathedral under Byzantine Emperor Justinian I, and in 1453, after the conquest of Constantinople by the Ottoman Empire, it was converted into a mosque. A notable feature is the wishing column. It is believed that the hole in its base can fulfill the wishes of those who manage to spin their thumb in a perfect circle. Number 28. Piazza and Basilica of San Marco, Italy. Piazza San Marco is the historic heart of Venice. the Italian city of canals. The Basilica of San Marco, at the eastern end of the square, is a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture, built to house the relics of Saint Mark the Evangelist, whose body was brought to Venice from Egypt. Moreover, Piazza San Marco is known for its 18th century cafes, some of the oldest in Europe. Besides the narrow canals, Venice also features the Rialto Bridge, the oldest of the 4 bridges that cross the Grand Canal. Number 29. St. Basil's Cathedral, Russia. This is a church located in Moscow's Red Square, famous for its onion-shaped domes, built to commemorate Tsar Ivan the Terrible's victory over the Tatars of Kazan and Astrakhan. It consists of 9 separate chapels, each with its own dome and dedicated to a different saint. According to legend, Tsar Ivan the Terrible was so impressed with the beauty of the cathedral that he ordered its architect, Postnik Yakovlev, to be blinded to prevent him from building something equally magnificent elsewhere. Number 30. Neuschwanstein Castle, Germany. This fairy tale castle was built in the 19th century by King Ludwig II of Bavaria as a personal refuge and tribute to the composer Richard Wagner, whom the king admired. It's located high up on a rocky hill in the Bavarian Alps and has served as the inspiration for the famous Cinderella Castle in Disney theme parks. King Ludwig II only lived in the castle for a few months before his death in 1886. After his passing, the castle was open to the public and quickly became one of the main tourist attractions in Germany. Number 31. Budapest Parliament, Hungary. Located on the banks of the Danube River in Budapest, it is one of the largest and most striking legislative buildings in the world, home to the National Assembly of Hungary, where laws are debated and enacted. The building has over 40 million bricks, 88 pounds of gold, and 242 sculptures decorating its exterior and interior. The interior of the parliament is equally majestic, with marble staircases, frescoes on the walls and ceilings, and the impressive central dome, which is 315 feet tall. Number 32. Old City of Dubrovnik, Croatia. It was a city-state of the Republic of Ragusa, whose most emblematic feature is its walls, which surround the city and extend for almost 1.2 miles. The Old Town is a maze of narrow cobblestone streets, full of churches, palaces, and squares. One of the most famous places in Dubrovnik is the Cathedral of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary, a Baroque building with a valuable collection of religious art. Another attraction is the Rector's Palace, former residence of the rulers of Ragusa, which now operates as a museum displaying historical and artistic objects. Number 33. Forbidden City, China. It's a complex of palaces located in Beijing, erected during the Ming Dynasty, a political and ceremonial center of China for over 500 years. Its name of Forbidden City comes from the fact that for centuries, only the emperor and his family and his closest servants could enter the complex, and common citizens were even forbidden to approach its walls. The design follows the principles of feng shui, organized around a central axis that runs from south to north. The main entrance, the Gate of Supreme Harmony, leads to a series of squares and courtyards that culminate in the Palace of Supreme Harmony, where the emperor conducted ceremonies and important events. According to legend, the Forbidden City contains exactly 9,999 rooms. The number 9 is considered lucky in Chinese culture and symbolizes the power of the emperor, although in reality, there are around 8,700 rooms. Number 34. Stonehenge, United Kingdom. It's an enigmatic prehistoric monument, constituted 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, composed of a circle of huge, vertical stones, known as megaliths, arranged in a circular pattern and surrounded by a moat and an earth bank. It's debated whether it could have been used as a burial site, a religious temple, an astronomical observatory, or even a healing site. The stones that make up Stonehenge come from two different types. The larger stones, called sarzens, weigh 25 tons on average, while the smaller, rectangular stones, known as blue stones, weigh around 2 to 5 tons each. The astonishing fact is that the blue stones come from the Preseli Hills in Wales, about 150 miles away. How these stones were transported remains a mystery. Number 35. Hanging Monastery of Xuankang, China. It's a complex of temples suspended on a cliff about 246 feet above the ground in Hengshan Mountain. Built using a combination of wooden supports and cavities carved into the rock. Despite its apparent fragility, it has withstood earthquakes and landslides over the centuries thanks to its ingenious construction. It is a place of worship for three different religions: Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. And statues and artifacts from all three religions can be found in the various prayer rooms and shrines of the monastery. It was designed to take full advantage of the natural environments and protect itself from the elements, shielded from direct sunlight, which helps maintain a cool and pleasant atmosphere inside. In addition, the location of the monastery protects it from flooding and erosion caused by rain and mountain thawing. Number 36. Derinkuyu, Turkey. This is an ancient underground city located in the region of Cappadocia, the largest of the underground cities discovered in this area. It is believed that about 20,000 people could have lived here at its peak, reaching up to 279 feet deep and containing 18 to 20 levels. The inhabitants of the city built homes, storage areas, stables, underground churches, a ventilation system, and a tunnel system connecting Derinkuyu to other nearby underground cities. It served as a refuge for the inhabitants of the region during times of war and invasions, offering protection and a safe hideout. Number 37. Himeji Castle, Japan. Also known as White Hawk Castle or White Heron Castle due to its elegant appearance. It is one of the most famous and best preserved castles in Japan. The main structure of the castle is known as the Keep Tower and is surrounded by a complex of 83 buildings, including warehouses, watchtowers, and gates, with a defensive design that includes numerous traps and secret passages to confuse and trap enemies in the event of an attack. Himeji Castle was never attacked or damaged in battles throughout its history, which has allowed it to be preserved in its original state. Additionally, it survived the bombings of World War II and several major earthquakes, making it one of the few constructions of its era still standing in Japan. Number 38. Westminster Palace, United Kingdom. One of the most iconic buildings in London, situated on the banks of the River Thames, home to the British Parliament, composed of the House of Commons and the House of Lords. This place is famous not only for its political importance, but also for its splendid Gothic architecture and its clock tower, known as Big Ben. The original palace was built in the 11th century, but over the years it suffered numerous fires and remodels. The building we see today is the result of a reconstruction that took place in the 19th century after a great fire in 1834 that destroyed much of the old palace. Number 39. Trevi Fountain, Italy. One of the most beautiful fountains in the world, erected in the 18th century, located in Rome. It is about 85 feet high and 164 feet wide, making it the largest fountain in the city. The central sculpture represents Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, riding a shell-shaped chariot pulled by two seahorses. On both sides of Neptune are sculptures of tritons and other mythological figures, as well as reliefs that depict scenes related to water. According to legend, throwing a coin over your shoulder into the fountain ensures a return to Rome in the future, while throwing 2 coins can lead to a new romance and 3 coins to a marriage. Every day, thousands of euros in coins are collected from the fountain, which are donated to local charities. Number 40. Notre Dame Cathedral, France. This Gothic monument, which began construction in 1163 and was completed in 1345, is located on the Ile de la Cité, an island in the Seine River, and is recognized for its rose windows, stained glass, gargoyles, and chimera of roofs and towers. Notre Dame has been the protagonist of several literary works, the most famous being Victor Hugo's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, where the character of Quasimodo the Hunchback lives in the towers of the cathedral. Notre Dame is also known for its bell tower, where the famous bell Emmanuel is located, weighing more than 13 tons, the largest of the cathedral's 10 bells. In April 2019, a tragic fire devastated much of the cathedral, causing the collapse of its spire and significant damage to its structure and works of art. Fortunately, many relics and treasures, including the crown of thorns that according to tradition was worn by Jesus Christ, were saved from the fire. Number 41. Kezaret Ben Haddo, Morocco. This is a khazar, which in Arabic means fortress, a type of traditional architecture of the Maghreb, North Africa. It was developed around the 11th century as an important stop on the trade routes connecting the Sahara with Marrakesh and other cities in Morocco. Traders used to stop here to rest, exchange goods, and protect themselves from the dangers of the desert. It is composed of several mud and clay houses, also known as kasbahs, built on different levels and surrounded by high defensive walls. While at the top of the khazar, there is a fortified granary and a mosque. Number 42. Mount Rushmore, United States. One of the most famous monuments in the United States, located in the Black Hills of South Dakota. It consists of gigantic sculptures about 60 feet high of the faces of 4 U.S. presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. The Mount Rushmore project was conceived by historian Doan Robinson, who had the idea of creating a monument to promote tourism in South Dakota. Construction began in 1927 under the direction of sculptor Gutzon Borglum and continued for 14 years until its completion in 1941. Initially, Gutzon Borglum intended to sculpt the presidents in full body, but due to the time and fund constraints, it was finally decided to represent only their faces. Number 43. Versailles Palace, France. It was erected in the 17th century and served as a royal residence until the French Revolution in 1789. Originally, it was a hunting lodge raised by King Louis XIII. However, his son Louis XIV decided to transform it into a royal palace, with extensive gardens and fountains, which occupy about 800 hectares of land. An interesting thing about the Palace of Versailles is the plumbing system that was used to feed its numerous fountains. In the 17th century, there was not advanced enough technology to keep all the fountains running at the same time, so the gardeners had to manually open and close the fountains as the king approached them during his walks. Number 44. Spain Square, Spain. This wonderful square was built between 1914 and 1929 as part of the Ibero-American Exposition of 1929 in Seville. with the aim of showcasing the grandeur and splendor of Spanish architecture and culture to international visitors. The square is semicircular in shape, with a building that combines elements of Renaissance and mudéjar architecture, a typical architectural style of southern Spain. The highlights of this square are its ceramic benches, which represent the provinces of Spain, adorned with beautiful hand-painted tile panels that display historical and emblematic scenes from each province. Additionally, there is a semicircular pond in the square, where visitors can enjoy a peaceful boat ride. Number 45. Hohenzollern Castle, Germany. This is a 19th century Gothic castle of the Hohenzollern family, built on Mount Hohenzollern at a height of over 2,624 feet. It has a large collection of art and historical objects, such as the crown of the kings of Prussia, weapons, and armor that belonged to the Hohenzollern family. The castle we see today is actually the third version of it, as the two previous structures were destroyed at different times in history. Number 46. Peña Palace, Portugal. This 19th century romantic masterpiece was built by King Ferdinand II of Portugal, who wanted a summer palace that was a romantic retreat and a symbol of the wealth and power of the Portuguese monarchy. As the story goes, King Ferdinand personally oversaw the construction of the palace and used to make suggestions about the design, which may have contributed to its unique appearance. Number 47. Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. It's also known as the Doomsday Seed Bank, a secure storage facility located in the Svalbard archipelago, near the Arctic Circle. It was created to protect and preserve genetic diversity of crop plants from around the world in the event of natural disasters, armed conflicts, or any other situation that may threaten global food security. It is located in a remote and extremely cold place, which ensures ideal conditions for the long-term conservation of seeds. It's installed about 426 feet above sea level and 394 feet inside the mountain, making it resistant to flooding and earthquakes. Number 48. Panama Canal. One of the wonders of modern engineering, located in the Isthmus of Panama, the narrow stretch of land that connects North and South America. It's an artificial canal opened in 1914, which allows ships to cross between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, saving time and distance compared to the traditional route around the southern tip of South Africa, Cape Horn. The Panama Canal is approximately 50 miles long and passes through a series of lakes, locks, and cuts. Although it was completed by the United States, its construction was initiated in France in 1881. However, the French faced numerous difficulties, such as tropical diseases and engineering problems, leading to the suspension of the project. Number 49. Great Sphinx of Giza, Egypt. Near the pyramids on the Giza Plateau is the formidable stone sculpture of a mythical creature with a lion's body and human head, believed to represent a pharaoh. With its imposing dimensions of 239 feet long, 66 feet high, and 62 feet wide, it's one of the largest and oldest stone sculptures in the world, built around 2500 BC, during the 4th dynasty. Regarding its nose, it is known that it was intentionally broken, but not how. There are various theories, from it being an act of vandalism to damage caused by weapons in military conflicts. Number 50. Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. This is an ancient fortress and palace located on a rock column over 656 feet high. In addition to being a refuge, the palace at the top provided panoramic views of the surroundings, allowing inhabitants to spot enemies from afar. It was built in the 5th century by King Kasyapa, who chose this strategic place for his palace and capital. Access to the summit begins with a lion-shaped rock formation, followed by a series of steep and narrow steps. Although much of the lion has crumbled over time, you can still see the stone claws that gave Sigiriya its name, which means Lion Rock in Sinhalese. Number 51. Santa Maria del Fiore Cathedral, Italy. Also known as the Florence Cathedral, it is a landmark in Renaissance architecture famous for its dome designed by Filippo Brunelleschi. The facade of green, white, and pink marble is an example of Italian Gothic architecture. Number 52. Prague Castle, Czech Republic. Not only is it one of the largest and oldest castles in the world, but it has also been the center of Czech political and cultural power for over 1,000 years. It has been the seat of kings, emperors, and presidents throughout its history, combining Romanesque, Gothic, Baroque, and Renaissance architectural styles. It's also home to the office of the President of the Czech Republic, making it one of the few castles in the world that still has an active political use. The changing of the guard, which takes place every hour at the main entrance, is a popular event among tourists. Number 53. Tanah Lot Temple, Indonesia. Undoubtedly one of the most extraordinary temples in the world due to its surprising location on an isolated rock in the ocean and its spectacular sunsets. It was erected in the 16th century by a priest named Deng Hyang Nirartha, who considered it a sacred place to worship the sea gods. Legend has it that all the sea snakes in this area, with their characteristic black and white colors, are the guardians of this sacred place. It is said that these snakes protect the area and its inhabitants from evil. In return, people respect them, protect them, and allow them to live in their natural habitat. Number 54. Corinth Canal, Greece. An amazing engineering work that connects the Corinth Gulf with the Aegean Sea, allowing ships to navigate between the Peloponnese and mainland Greece without having to go around the peninsula. The current canal is about 4 miles long and 80 feet wide, making it suitable for small and medium-sized ships. Apart from its function as a navigation route, the canal is also famous for extreme sports like bungee jumping. Number 55. Predjama Castle, Slovenia. A fortress built directly into the mouth of a massive cave on a 404-foot cliffside. It is considered the largest cave castle in the world, with 4 levels and numerous rooms, including a food storage area and a chapel. Number 56. Church of the Savior on Spilled Blood, Russia. This Orthodox church, located in St. Petersburg, is built in traditional Russian and Baroque architectural styles. It stands out for its more than 75,000 square feet of mosaics representing religious scenes, one of the largest collections of mosaics in Europe. Number 57. Christ the Redeemer, Brazil. Also known as Christ the Redeemer, it is a 98-foot statue of Jesus Christ, located on top of the Corcovado Mountains in Rio de Janeiro. It was a joint effort between Brazil and France, taking nearly a decade to complete its design and construction. The pieces of the statue were manufactured in France and then shipped to Brazil in individual parts. The Christ the Redeemer is also a symbol of peace and unity. On several occasions, the statue has been illuminated with the colors of different countries or organizations to show solidarity in difficult times. Number 58. Shwedagon Pagoda, Myanmar. This is the oldest Buddhist pagoda in the world, about 2,500 years old, and an important pilgrimage site for Buddhists from all over the world. Its main attraction is the central stupa, reaching about 325 feet high, completely covered with gold leaf. The top of the stupa is adorned with thousands of diamonds and other precious stones and monuments located on Liberty Island in the harbor of New York City. Its full name is Liberty Enlightening the World. It represents liberty and hope and is a welcoming symbol for millions of immigrants who arrived in the United States seeking a better life. It was a gift from the French people to the United States in 1886 to commemorate the centenary of American independence and as a symbol of friendship between the two nations. It stands about 151 feet high, from the feet to the tip of the torch. And if the pedestal and base are included, it reaches 305 feet high. Number 61. Karnak Temple, Egypt. This is a complex of temples and monuments located in Luxor, built over a period of more than 2,000 years by different pharaohs, mainly dedicated to the god Amun. But you can also find shrines and monuments dedicated to other gods, like Mut and Khonsu. One of the most astonishing places is the hypostyle hall in the Temple of Amun-Ra, which has 134 gigantic columns arranged in 16 rows, some up to 79 feet high. Another is the Avenue of Sphinxes, with ram-headed sphinxes that connects the Karnak Temple with the nearby Luxor Temple. Number 62. Ellora Caves, India. These are enormous temples carved into the rock from the three main religions in India: Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism. This harmonious coexistence of religious traditions in one place is a testament to the tolerance and mutual respect that existed in India during that time. They are numbered from 1 to 34 and grouped according to their religious affiliation. The Buddhist caves are the oldest and contain impressive statues of Buddha and reliefs of scenes from his life. The Hindu caves represent a wide variety of sculptures and reliefs, representing gods and episodes from Hinduism. And the Jain caves are the most recent, decorated with sculptures of Tirthankaras, venerated figures of Jainism. Number 63. Eiffel Tower, France. This is one of the most iconic and recognizable monuments in the world. It consists of a wrought iron structure designed by engineer Gustave Eiffel, built between 1887 and 1889 as the main entrance and centerpiece of the Paris World Fair, known as the Universal Exposition. It measures 1,063 feet in height, which made it the tallest building in the world when it was completed, maintaining this title until 1930, when it was surpassed by the Chrysler Building in New York. Number 64. Seville Cathedral, Spain. This Gothic cathedral is the third largest church in the world and the largest in Spain, built between 1402 and 1506 on the site where a Moorish mosque once stood. Its most emblematic feature is the Giralda, the tower which was once the minaret of the old mosque. Its base is in Islamic style, while the top is in Renaissance style. The interior of the cathedral has a large amount of religious art and priceless treasures such as the main altarpiece, considered one of the masterpieces of Spanish Gothic art, and the funerary monument of Christopher Columbus, in which it is believed his remains rest. During its construction, those in charge of the project said, "Let us build a church so large that those who see it finished may take us for madmen." Number 65. Masjid al-Haram, or Great Mosque of Mecca, Saudi Arabia. It is the largest mosque in the world, the holiest place for Muslims, and the main destination of the annual pilgrimage known as Hajj, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which every adult Muslim must perform at least once in their life, as long as they have the means and health to do so. Today, it is capable of hosting over 1 million worshippers inside and in its courtyards. At the heart of the Masjid al-Haram lies the Kaaba, a black, cubic structure that, according to Islamic tradition, was built by the Prophet Abraham and Ishmael. Number 66. Tower Bridge, United Kingdom. One of the most famous landmarks in London, a drawbridge made to connect the two shores of the River Thames near the Tower of London, from which it takes its name. It is a combination of architectural styles with Gothic and neoclassical features and a total length of 801 feet, while its two towers reach a height of 213 feet. One of the most interesting features of the Tower Bridge is its lifting mechanism, which allows the bridge to open to allow the passage of high-rise vessels. Originally, this mechanism worked with steam engines, but in 1974, it was modernized and replaced by a hydraulic and electrical system. Number 67. Sagrada Familia, Spain. It is a Catholic basilica located in Barcelona, a work of the brilliant architect Antoni Gaudí, which has been under construction since 1882. Its architecture is unique with a combination of Gothic and modernist elements, religious symbolism, and forms and patterns from nature. When completed, the Sagrada Familia will be the tallest Christian church in the world, with a height of 566 feet. Number 68. Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba, Spain. It is the fourth largest cathedral in the world, combining Islamic and Christian architecture in a single building. After the reconquest of Cordoba in 1236 by Christian kings, the mosque was consecrated as a Christian temple. The highlight of the cathedral is the 850 columns of marble, jasper, and granite that support bicolor horseshoe arches, creating a hypnotic effect and a sense of infinity in the space. Number 69. El Jem Amphitheater, Tunisia. It is an ancient Roman amphitheater, one of the largest and best preserved in the world, with a capacity for 35,000 spectators and more than 98 feet in height. It was an entertainment center in the ancient city of Thysdrus, which was a prosperous Roman city. Here, gladiator competitions, naval battles, and other public shows took place. Number 70. Rock-hewn churches of Lalibela, Ethiopia. They are a group of 11 churches carved directly into the volcanic rock, intended to represent a new Jerusalem for Christian pilgrims who couldn't travel to the true Jerusalem. The most famous church is Beit Georgi, cross-shaped, carved into a square well in the rock, and connected to the rest of the complex through tunnels and underground passages. Other notable churches include Beit Miriam, Beit Medhain Alem, and Beit Golgotha. Number 71. Sumela Monastery, Turkey. This Georgian Orthodox monastery is embedded in the slope of Mount Mela, about 3,937 feet above sea level, in a remote location. Despite being in such an inaccessible place, it became an important religious and cultural center during the Byzantine Empire, and, subsequently, in the Ottoman Empire. Number 72. Taung Kalat, Myanmar. It is a Buddhist monastery located on top of a 738-foot volcanic plug that is in a crater of an extinct volcano called Mount Popa. To get to this sacred place, one must climb 777 steps carved into the mountain. Number 73. Sanctuary of La Lajas, Colombia. This is a church suspended over the Guaitara River, about 164 feet high, built where, according to popular belief, the Virgin Mary appeared to a woman and her daughter. Later, the daughter died, the mother returned to the place of the apparition, and the Virgin revived the girl. Another mystery is that no one knows who painted the image of the Virgin located at the back of the church. Number 74. Registan, Uzbekistan. It is located in one of the oldest cities in the world, Samarkand, with more than 2,500 years, having been an important center of the Silk Road and a meeting point between different cultures and civilizations. The Registan is a square that was the heart of the ancient city, surrounded by 3 imposing madrasas or Islamic schools with decorated facades and brightly colored domes: Ulugh Beg, Sherdor, and Tilya Kori. Number 75. Uxmal, Mexico. These are the ruins of one of the most important Mayan cities in Yucatan, where about 15,000 people live. The Pyramid of the Magician, about 115 feet high, is the most notable construction. Legend says it was built in one night by a magical dwarf who became the ruler of the city after completing the pyramid. Uxmal's architectural style is known as Huk style, characterized by its detailed limestone mosaics, masks of the god Chak, and elaborate friezes. Number 76. Burj Khalifa, United Arab Emirates. It is a skyscraper in Dubai, the tallest building in the world, with a spectacular 2,717 feet in height and 163 floors. It houses offices, luxury hotels, and some of the highest restaurants in the world. It also has an observation platform called At the Top on the 148th floor, from where you can enjoy views of Dubai and its surroundings. Number 77. Golden Gate Bridge, United States. This bridge in San Francisco is the most famous in the United States, easily identifiable by its orange color, an intentional choice to ensure visibility in the frequent fog that covers the bay. Initially, its design was going to be black and yellow to increase visibility, but the architect in charge, Irving Morrow, changed his mind and opted for the current orange color, which turned out to be a wise choice. Number 78. Sydney Opera House, Australia. It's a performing arts center that hosts concerts, operas, ballets, and other cultural events, with a distinctive and futuristic design, with white-tiled roofs that resemble ship sails. Danish architect John Utzon was commissioned to design the Sydney Opera House after winning an international competition in 1957. However, his design faced numerous challenges and setbacks, which caused construction to last more than a decade and greatly exceed the original budget. Number 79. Schönbrunn Palace, Austria. It was the summer residence for the Habsburg imperial family, with over 1,400 rooms, each of them decorated with intricate and luxurious details. It is especially known for its stunning halls, such as the Grand Gala Hall and the Hall of Mirrors, where royal and nobility events were held. The palace also stands out for its French-style gardens, covering 186 hectares, including fountains, mazes, greenhouses, and sculptures. One of the highlights is the Gloriette, a panoramic viewpoint from where you can enjoy a spectacular view of the palace and its surroundings. Number 80. Brandenburg Gate, Germany. One of the most iconic monuments in Berlin and a historical symbol of German reunification, with a height of 85 feet and the quadriga on top, a sculpture of 4 horses pulling a chariot driven by the Roman goddess of victory. After Napoleon's defeat in 1814, the quadriga was returned to Berlin from Paris, where it had been taken as booty. Upon its return, an iron cross and a Prussian eagle were added, turning the goddess of victory into a symbol of peace. Number 81. Nubian Pyramids, Sudan. They are a group of ancient funerary structures from the kingdoms of Kush and Meroe, 2 civilizations that thrived in the Nubian region during antiquity. Although the Nubian pyramids were also built as tombs for rulers and members of the nobility, their design and architectural style are distinct. Unlike Egyptian pyramids, the Nubian ones are smaller and have a steeper inclination on their sides. In total, there are about 255 Nubian pyramids spread out at different sites, with Meroe, Jebel Barkal, and Nuri being the areas with the highest concentration of pyramids. Number 82. St. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, Bulgaria. An Orthodox church, place of worship, and pilgrimage for the Bulgarian Orthodox community. Its architecture combines Neo-Byzantine, Neo-Renaissance, and Neo-Baroque styles, giving it a striking appearance. With 148 feet in height, it can accommodate about 10,000 people inside, making it one of the largest Orthodox cathedrals in the world. Number 83. Altamira Cave, Spain. It is one of the most important Paleolithic rock art sites in the world, with paintings about 36,000 years old of bison, horses, deer, and human hands. They were created using natural pigments such as iron and manganese oxides, which were mixed with water or animal fat to form paint. When they were first discovered in the 19th century, many experts did not believe that the paintings were authentic. They were thought to be too advanced to be the work of prehistoric artists, and it wasn't until 1902 that they were finally accepted as legitimate. Number 84. Cave of the Hands, Argentina. It is an archaeological site and rock art site, famous for the negative hand paintings that adorn its walls, dating back between 12,000 and 15,000 years old. These impressions were created by placing the hand on the wall and then blowing pigment around it, which left an outline of the hand on the surface. In addition to the hands, the cave wall also depicts animals, such as guanacos, and hunting scenes. Number 85. Baalbek, Lebanon. It's an archaeological site of Roman ruins, which includes some of the best preserved and largest Roman temples in the world. It has three main temples: the Temple of Jupiter, the Temple of Bacchus, and the Temple of Venus. The best preserved temple, even better than the Parthenon in Athens, is that of Bacchus, one of the most important, dedicated to the god of wine, 217 feet long and 102 feet high. Number 86. Agra Fort, India. Also known as the Red Fort of Agra, it is a Mughal architectural fortress located just a few miles from the famous Taj Mahal, built primarily in red sandstone and combining Indian, Persian, Islamic, and European architecture. Shah Jahan, the Mughal emperor who built the Taj Mahal in memory of his wife, was imprisoned by his own son, Aurangzeb, in the fort until his death. Number 87. Sheikh Zayed Mosque, United Arab Emirates. This mosque of modern construction and architecture is named after the country's founder and first president, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, whose remains rest in the place. Its design and construction involved artisans and materials from all over the world, including Turkey, India, Morocco, China, Italy, and many others. It is one of the largest mosques in the world, with a capacity for about 40,000 people in its prayer rooms and courtyards. It is one of the few Islamic places of worship in the region that is open to non-Muslim visitors, which shows the late Sheikh Zayed's desire to create a space where people of different cultures and beliefs can come together and learn about Islam and Emirati culture. Number 88. Historic Park of Ayutthaya, Thailand. These are the ruins that once formed part of the capital of the Kingdom of Ayutthaya, one of the most important and wealthy cities in Southeast Asia until its destruction in 1767 during the Burmese invasion. It includes temples, palaces, Buddha statues, and city walls. Some of the most notable sites are the Wat Mahathat Temple, known for the iconic image of Buddha's head rooted in a tree, and the Wat Chaiwat Hanaram Temple, a pyramidal structure with Cambodian architectural influence. Number 89. Bam Citadel, Iran. An ancient adobe citadel considered one of the largest clay structures in the world, which served as a commercial and military center along the Silk Road. A devastating earthquake in 2003 caused the destruction of much of the citadel and the loss of many lives. Since then, restoration efforts have been carried out using traditional construction techniques and local materials to preserve the authenticity of the site. Number 90. Kiyomizu-dera Temple, Japan. Also known as the Temple of Pure Water, it is an ancient Buddhist temple built in honor of Kannon, the goddess of mercy. It is located on Mount Ottawa and features a main hall with a wooden platform supported by pillars, built without nails or screws. During the Edo period, expansive terraces and main halls were built in numerous popular places to accommodate the growing number of pilgrims visiting them. Beneath the main temple is the waterfall called Ottawa no Taki, which feeds 3 streams of pure water. It is believed that these have healing properties, and drinking from them can bring good health, longevity, and success in studies. Number 91. Alcazar of Segovia, Spain. Throughout its history, this castle has served as a royal residence, prison, military academy, and now functions as a museum and historical archive. It was built in the 12th century as an Arab fortress, combining Romanesque, Gothic, and Mudéjar styles, reflecting the diverse influences that have shaped the region. It's believed to be one of the castles that inspired Disney's Cinderella Castle. Number 92. Palm Jumeirah, United Arab Emirates. It's a marvel of modern engineering located in Dubai, an incredible artificial archipelago shaped like a palm tree built to increase the city's tourist and residential offerings. Its structure resembles a palm tree, a central trunk and 16 palm branches, plus a crescent-shaped breakwater that protects the island from tides and storms. It offers luxury accommodations, including opulent hotels, villas, and seafront apartments. Palm Jumeirah can be seen from space, demonstrating the impact of this project on the region's geography. Number 93. Petronas Towers, Malaysia. They are 2 skyscrapers in Kuala Lumpur, with a height of 1,483 feet, 88 floors, and an aerial bridge connecting them, known as Sky Bridge, located on floors 41 and 42. An interesting fact about the Petronas Towers is that, although they lost their title as the tallest structures in the world, they still hold the record for being the tallest twin towers in the world. Number 94. Al-Hafariya Palace, Spain. It's a royal house of Islamic and Mudéjar influence, established in the 11th century as the residence of the Muslim kings of Taifa and Zaragoza. After the Christian conquest of Zaragoza in 1118, the palace was adapted and expanded to be used as a royal residence by the kings of Aragon. Mudéjar architectural elements were added, a unique blend of Islamic and Christian styles that characterizes much of the art and architecture in the Aragon region. Number 95. Temple of Heaven, China. It is a complex of religious buildings developed during the Ming Dynasty, used by the emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties to conduct annual ceremonies of prayer and sacrifice, with the aim of ensuring a bountiful harvest and maintaining cosmic balance. The 2 best-known enclosures are the Hall of Prayer for Good Harvests and the Circular Altar. The number 9, considered a lucky number in Chinese culture, is recurrently used in the temple's design. For example, the stairs leading to the circular altar are arranged in multiples of 9, and the altar's steps and tiles also follow this numerical pattern. Number 96. Landwasser Viaduct, Switzerland. It is a Swiss viaduct 446 feet long and 213 feet high at its maximum, composed of six 66-foot wide arches each, holding the railway track above the deep Landwasser River Valley. Something unique about it is its east end, which connects directly with a tunnel dug into the mountain, creating a unique sight in the world. Number 97. Rani Ki Vav, India. A stepwell built in honor of the first Bhima by his widow, Queen Udayamati, with the purpose of providing water to the local population during periods of drought. It features 7 levels of stairs and over 500 highly detailed sculptures representing gods, goddesses, and mythological characters. It was rediscovered in the 1940s after being buried for centuries due to floods from the Saraswati River. Since then, extensive restoration work has been carried out to restore its former glory. Number 98. Ajanta Caves, India. These are a series of 29 rock-cut caves filled with Buddhist paintings and sculptures. The murals depict stories from Buddha's past, known as Jatakas, as well as scenes of everyday life in ancient Egypt. They were rediscovered in 1819 by a British officer named John Smith, after being hidden for centuries beneath vegetation and the jungle. Number 99. Meenakshi Amman Temple, India. This is a Hindu temple dedicated to the goddess Parvati, known in this part of India as Meenakshi, and her consort, the god Shiva, called Sundareswarar. It consists of 14 towers, or gopurams, covered with thousands of figures of gods, demons, and animals, all carved and painted in vibrant colors. The main tower, dedicated to Meenakshi, is approximately 167 feet tall. Number 100. Great Mosque of Samarra, Iraq. This is an ancient mosque that was part of the vast Abbasid Empire, with a spiral minaret known as Mowiya, about 171 feet tall, similar to a snail shell. It was one of the largest mosques and allows ships to travel between Europe and Asia without having to circumnavigate the African continent through the Cape of Good Hope. The Suez Canal was inaugurated in 1869 after 10 years of construction under the direction of French engineer Ferdinand de Lesseps. It is approximately 120 miles long, with a width varying between 919 and 1,131 feet. The depth of the canal has also been increased over the years, allowing passage for increasingly large ships. Number 103. Ta Prohm, Cambodia. A temple that is part of the Angkor complex, fascinating for its jungle environment and the interaction between the ruins and nature, which has claimed part of the temple over the years. Giant tree roots have burrowed through its stone walls, creating an adventure movie-like atmosphere. Number 104. Equestrian statue of Genghis Khan, Mongolia. This gigantic statue depicts the legendary Mongolian leader Genghis Khan on horseback. It stands 131 feet tall and is made of stainless steel, giving it a bright and majestic appearance. The statue's positioning is particularly symbolic, as it's believed that Genghis Khan found a golden whip, an object of great spiritual significance, in this place. It faces east towards his birthplace, which is a tribute to the leader who started as a humble rider and came to rule a vast empire, extending from Eastern Europe to East Asia. Number 105. Empire State, United States. It is one of the most famous skyscrapers in the world, located in New York City and inaugurated in 1931. For many years, the Empire State Building was the tallest building in the world, reaching an impressive height of 1,454 feet, including its antenna. It is known worldwide for its appearance in numerous films, such as King Kong from 1933, Independence Day, and Superman 2. Number 106. Cinderella Castle, United States. Located at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, it is inspired by the famous Cinderella fairy tale and other real castles, such as the Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany, the Alcazar of Segovia in Spain, and Chambord Castle in France. Although it appears to be built with bricks and stones, it is actually made of fiberglass, steel, and concrete, because traditional building materials were not resistant enough to the hurricanes and storms that often affect Florida. Number 107. Large Hadron Collider, Switzerland. Also known as the LHC, it is the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator, located near the city of Geneva, Switzerland. It is circular in shape and has a diameter of 16.8 miles, located in an underground tunnel at a depth that varies between 164 and 574 feet. It is a gigantic scientific instrument that allows researchers to accelerate subatomic particles, such as protons, to speeds close to the speed of light and to collide with each other. Number 108. Bayon Temple, Cambodia. Located in Angkor, it is one of the most famous and intriguing temples in the region, with over 200 giant smiling stone faces carved into the temple towers. It is believed they represent King Jayavarman VII, or the Bodhisattva of Compassion, Avalokiteshvara. Originally, it was built as a Buddhist temple, but it was later converted into a Hindu temple and then again into a Buddhist temple, following changes in the religious beliefs of the Khmer rulers. Number 109. Quinta da Regaleira, Portugal. The highlight of this palace is the Initiation Well, an underground spiral-shaped well that is 88.6 feet deep, bordered by stairs that descend to the bottom. It is believed to have a symbolic meaning related to initiation into esoteric mysteries. Although the Quinta da Regaleira is not particularly large compared to other palaces, its facades are richly decorated with towers, balustrades, gargoyles, and other ornamental details. Inside, it has beautiful frescoes, tiles, and stuccos that reflect the love for art and culture of Carvalho Monteiro, the millionaire who commissioned its construction. Number 110. Motherland Monument, Ukraine. This is a monumental sculpture standing 203 feet tall located in Kyiv, inaugurated in 1981 to commemorate the 35th anniversary of the Soviet victory in World War II. It depicts a woman holding a sword in one hand and a shield in the other, symbolizing the protection and defense of the homeland against enemy forces. Number 111. Wat Rong Khun, Thailand. This is a pure white Buddhist temple symbolizing the purity of Buddha, while the embedded mirror fragments represent Buddha's wisdom illuminating the universe. Although it looks like an ancient temple at first glance, it is actually a relatively recent construction. The work began in 1997, and it is expected that the complete project will take at least 90 years to finish. This is due to the artist and his team consistently working meticulously on the temple's details. Number 112. The Pontycyl Aqueduct, United Kingdom. This is the tallest and longest cast iron structure in Great Britain, with a length of 1,007 feet and a height of 125 feet above the river level. It is supported by 19 masonry pillars and carries a canal that is only 12 feet wide. Despite being over 200 years old, it is still used today for the transportation of boats along the Longolan Canal. With a final gasp of awe, this unforgettable odyssey through human marvels concludes. May these masterpieces inspire us to pursue our dreams and push the limits of creativity. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating tour. Until the next adventure.